Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Yamatai. Yamatai is a game designed by Bruno Catala and Mark Pakian, published by Days of Wonder, plays 2 to 4 players, and does it have a time on the box? I never looked this up. I do not have a time, but it's not super long. Any time, anywhere. I don't know, it's not super long, probably an hour or so. And effectively what you're doing in this game is you are trying to build buildings around this island. And the way that you're doing that is by building networks of certain colored resource boats, so that you have the proper resources, supplies, all that kind of thing required to set up a building or a settlement or whatever. And you're also going to be building temples and tories and just trying to score the most points. But as per usual with Days of Wonder, the way that it does it, it's pretty interesting. So let's just go down the table, check it out. All right, so here's a game of Yamatai, all set up for 2 players. So setup's kind of a beast, so let's go over it quickly. You're going to put the board out here. You're going to shuffle these action tiles here, flip 5 of them face up, 5 face down. Give each player a player board. In a 2-player game, you're only going to use orange and the green color because they come with 2 meeples, and in a 2-player game, you each take 2 turns. Randomly determine turn order there. Then, to set up the board, the rest of the board here, what you're going to do is you're going to sort all of these, this side down, and you're going to put 1 on each empty island on the board. Now, then you're going to reveal. Some of them are going to have this on both sides. If they do, then that will determine which islands are blank. And some of them are going to have blank but have a mountain. So that's what this one is. And any that have a mountain on them, like this one, has a little mountain token, will go under a mountain. And that's that. Then you're going to shuffle the specialist here and put them up at the top. Flip 5 buildings. Shuffle the buildings, flip 5. If there's any special ones, you can kind of put the special tile out next to it. Sort the boats by color. Give each player 10 coins in this denomination breakdown, and you should have 10 boats, I believe, in a 2-player game. All right, now, I think we're ready to go. So, the way the game works is, on your turn, we're going to follow turn order here. We're going to do all these steps in order to try to get boats out on the island to build buildings, collect culture, score points. So, blue is first. What they're going to do is, first thing they're going to do is they're going to take one of these tiles. Each of these tiles are going to give you some kind of boat, or like ship to place, maybe, and let you do some other kind of special action. Also, they're going to have numbers on them, which are going to determine turn order for the next round. And this is pretty interesting. You got 1 through 5 here, so interesting. All right, so then what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take the number 1. So I'll take the number 1. I'm just going to put my meeple on it, and we'll sort that out later. I'll put my meeple on number 1. And then I, blue, will collect a green boat. That's the special ability. Boat can just hang out right there. All right, now you go to the market phase. You can, one time, buy a boat or sell a boat for the cost here. You can never buy or sell gold unless you have a specialist that lets you do so, which is up there right now. And I think, what do I want to try to build? I think I'm just going to buy a green one. So I'll buy a green boat. We'll go right there. All right. Then we're going to move on to placing boats out onto the board. Now, the way this works is the first time you place a boat, you either have to go from an outside area here, which is one of these 5 starting spaces, or if you have a specialist, they can do other things, or place a boat to the same color boat that you're going to be placing. So if this boat was already here and I had this boat, I could then put that boat there, or I could come in at any of these other ports. So empty port or connected to a boat of the same color. That's how you have to place. So what I want to do, I'm just going to do this. So I'm going to go, let's see, I'll go 1, 2 right there. And then you can either build or collect culture. Now, I can't build because the cheapest item out here needs 3 green boats. There's only 2 green boats, and we'll get into the building in a little bit. But what I can do is I can collect culture tokens. And the way that works is any island that you're adjacent to when you place boats that has a culture token, you can take it. You can put those over here, and they're going to be able to be used to spin specialists, which will be coming up. If you built, you're going to score some points. We'll get into that hopefully later. If you have boats left over, you can store one for the next round. Anything above one will get set to the side of your board out of the game, and you're going to lose points for every 2 boats. Now we can recruit specialists. The way that works is we're going to be spending these culture tokens. 2 of the same or 3 different ones will let you hire a specialist. Let's take a look at a specialist because they're kind of far away, and I can show you here. All right, so here's one. Here's what they look like. They're going to have a point value, and then they're going to have some kind of special ability. Maybe there is one that's just points, and all of them are broken down in the rule book right here, all in the back. Really nice. And this one, a Bisu, I'm probably going to butcher the names. I apologize for that. Once per turn, when you clear islands to take culture tokens, take 1 extra token from any island on the board. So that's going to let you collect more of these tokens. That's just an example. I'm not going to go into detail on all of them, but that's that one. But I think what I want to buy is I'm going to take this one, because this will let me recruit or take buy and sell golden boats. That's going to cost 2 of the same culture tokens, which I have here. Done. And I now have this special ability, and I'll try to tuck it here so you can see it. All right, and that's the end of my turn. Now, at the end of my turn, a couple things happen. Any of these specialists that are still out there will get coins. 2 coins. So we'll do that, and then we'll slide down, and we'll bring out a new one. Then it will be orange turn. So let's go ahead and let orange take their turn. I think they're going to do this. They're going to go here. They'll take a gold boat. And they also get a sacred ground token, which looks like this. This token goes out on the board anywhere you want. And what this is going to do is it's going to make it so no one can build there unless they have a specialist that lets them clear off sacred ground tokens. And I'm going to go ahead and put it right there. So no one can now build there. Then they can buy a boat, and I think what they're going to do is they'll buy a green boat, because I want to show you how to build, and that costs them 1 coin. Green boat, 1 coin. And now they're going to place out some boats. So what they want to do is they're going to do this. They'll go here, just 1 boat. They're going to store this one for next round, and they are now going to build. They're going to build this trading post. Now, it takes 3 green boats. 3 green boats. The way that you can build is you can build on any island that doesn't have culture tokens or a sacred ground token. And you're going to score some points based on how you build. So let's go ahead and do that. So orange is going to build a building. They will put right there on this mountain. Then if you look at the board, if you build on a mountain, you score a point. Done. Boom. So they now have a point. Then, if you would build next to one of these special buildings, you would get a point. And if you build next to one of your own buildings here, you're going to get a coin. The trading post will give you 2 coins. However, I don't have a group of buildings, so irrelevant. Then I keep this tile with a point at the end of the game. And that's how you build. I kept that for the next round. I don't have any culture to hire a specialist, so I'm done. So we're going to add some more coins. The specialists are going to get more valuable as they go. And now it is orange turn again. And they don't have any boats. Oh, we need to get another building out here too. Okay, so we need a red and 2 reds and a yellow. So let's go here. Orange is going to go here. They'll get a red boat. They'll bring their yellow boat in to do this. Dang. Maybe I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right. And then they have a special ability. They can slide a boat to any adjacent region. I'm not going to do that because there's only green boats and we don't really care about that. Now I want to buy another boat, and I think I'm going to buy a red boat, and a red boat costs 4 coins. So we'll buy a red boat. Okay, and then I'm gonna try to get some culture up in this bad boy. So let's go ahead. I'm just gonna put out the two. I'll keep the gold one again. I'm gonna put out the two reds. Probably not smart, but that's fine. That's how I roll. I'll go here and here. And then I'll take these two cultures because I'm gonna clear out some culture. And then that's my turn. I kept a gold boat. I'm gonna see if I can hire a specialist. And I think I want to hire this specialist. So I get the coins. And now this specialist will let me do an extra trading action here one time, which is pretty nice. So normally you can do one market. Now I can do up to two, which I'm pretty happy with. All right, that was that. These will slide down. This 2 coins again. These things get super valuable. Okay, and now it's blue's turn. Okay. Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to fill up specialist. Whoops. My bad. It's all right. It's all good. Or the buildings. All good. So just disregard that. So blue will go ahead and go here. They'll take a brown boat. And they can look at the top 3 building cards and put them back in any order. So here's what we have here. I'll leave that one on top. You can put them on the bottom if you want to, but I'll just leave it like that. And then, do I want a gold boat? Red? Nope, I'm not going to buy any boats. So I'll just do this, and I'm going to do a building. So I'm going to come in here with this brown boat, because I have to follow colors or, you know, from a boat. Then I'm going to build, and I'm going to build this one. Needs 2 reds and a brown. I have 2 reds and a brown. Take this. Go there. I get no points because I'm not on a mountain. I don't get any coins because I'm not next to another blue building, but I did score 3 points, so that's good. And that's done. Now we would have slid all these down. I wouldn't technically get any of this money here. And all of these would finally get some coins. We'll do this correctly. And then this one technically wouldn't be out either, but it just came out now. Okay, there we go. And now we would refill the buildings. I got to do this in the correct order. It's not after every turn, it's after every round, which makes sense because that's a whole lot of buildings. Whew. All right, and then that's that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put these back in turn order. So this this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 4, this is number 5. That's the low number to high number turn order. This one was not taken, so it stays out. We'll slide in 4 more. Now the rule book says just slide this down and shuffle in the ones that you use, but I like shuffling them all together because that makes it feel a little bit more random. So that's what we're going to do. You never know if that one might not come out for a couple rounds, and that's fun to me. All right, and that is how you play a whole round. Ignore the confusion with specialists and buildings. Those only come out and you add coins at the end of the round, not at the end of every turn. Now, the game's going to keep progressing like this. Play through another round. These are the other actions. These are all the rest of the actions. So now we have basically all the actions that are in the game. This is amazing. 2 a red, a brown, and any color, but number 10. And you're going to keep going like that. A couple things I didn't show you. When you build one of these special buildings, you don't put one of your own buildings down. You're going to put that down. So say I built that right here. I just get the 5 points, and then that building's there. Next time anybody would build a building next to that, they're going to score a point because it's next to one of those. So these are not going to give you instant points outside of the, you know, the 5 points that come with it or however many points come with it, but they're going to be available for you to score points on future builds. Now the game's going to end in one of, let me count all the ways. I always get messed up on the end game. Someone places their last building, and it's instantly, so it could be not equal amount of turns. One of the colors of boats, completely out of boats. You cannot replenish the specialist track, so that's why replacing that after every round would make this game fly by. And you cannot replenish, or you cannot replenish the building row. If one of those 4 things happens, the game is over. You're going to score 1 point for every 5 coins, unless you have a specialist that says otherwise. 1 point for every prestige token, which is this. Points for all your buildings, so you'll just add all those up and score those. Minus 1 point for every reserved building. So there is one of these where you can reserve a building. Let me see if I can find it. This one. You can take a building from the building row and put it in front of you. You still have to build it, but if you don't build it by the end of the game, you lose some points. And negative 1 point for every 2 boats that you have that you didn't place out. If you manage your boats correctly, this should be fine, but it's a possibility. And then whoever has the most points after all that goes down is the winner. And that's how you play Yamatai. Let's go up the top, see what we think about it. All right, well, that was Yamatai. So let's talk about components. Days of Wonder, amazing, but let's just show off some of the art because I love the art. So great. I mean, look at this. That is an amazing picture right there. I love the art so much. It looks so good. It's bright. It's colorful. Just looks amazing on the table. I mean, no issues at all with the art. Fantastic. Probably my favorite art in any Days of Wonder game that we have. The bits are really cool, like these houses. There's the temple. Tories, which, you know, it's a torii gate. The meeples are just colored. I love the art on these tiles too. It looks fantastic. The boats kind of signify, the art of the boat signifies what kind of boat you're getting. And I love it. Just so good. Production is top notch, which should be no surprise from a Days of Wonder game, but I wanted to reiterate because I like it quite a bit. Now let's talk about gameplay. The gameplay is pretty straightforward. Even though I messed up some rules about, you know, setting up the specialists and buildings, they don't happen after every turn. It happens at the end of the round. I corrected it, but it can be confusing. So it's pretty straightforward. On your turn, you're going to take a turn order, get some kind of bonuses, take your actions. You're going to try to collect boats. You're going to buy maybe a boat, sell a boat. Then you're going to put boats out on the board, you know, networks, to try to build some buildings. Score the most points. You want to get buildings of your own type next to each other. They're going to give you coins, because coins can be worth points and all that good thing. It's really straightforward. And the specialists are, I didn't show you any of those, but all the specialists have amazing powers. So this one, you get coins if you build not adjacent to other buildings of your own. So, you know, if you're across the board, that's fine, because this specialist doesn't care. Extra culture tokens, which are always great because you need culture tokens to hire specialists. That's amazing. So the specialists just give you awesome game-breaking powers. That's always fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I love it. This is a great game. People compare it to 5 Tribes. I mean, yeah, you're picking up things and putting them down on the board as Bruno Catala, but the game's really playing nothing alike. I don't understand the comparisons. I think it's just lazy comparison. 5 Tribes is a Mancala. You're picking up meeples, putting them down on the board. You can check that out on our channel. This one, you're putting down meeples to connect networks, to build buildings. There's no networks in 5 Tribes. They play completely differently, but I don't know. Neither here nor there, who cares? But yeah, this is fantastic. I wish I played this game more, because after playing through it a couple times just to refresh the rules and still getting them wrong in the video, because I'm me and that's what I do, it's just fantastic. I love it. So I'm going to give this a BGM accepted seal. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on our arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what we're going to do. So that is Yamatai from Days of Wonder. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.